The Lost World Story. When last we left our heroes, they had delved into the vaults of the Archon, discovering valuable information regarding the creation of Drusera, and how she might be freed from the entity. To what lengths would the heroes of Nexus go to see this mission through? Into Omicron's Keep. Hidden deep among the asteroids of Halon Ring, the focus of logic had long been home to Omicron's Keep. Within lay the Beholder, a supercomputer built by the primeval Omicron that drew its unlimited computing power from the focus itself. Drusera asked our heroes to seek out the focus of logic within Halon Ring in the hopes of finding Omicron and seeking his aid. When they arrived at the last known location of the focus of logic, they found nothing but a crater with scraps of ancient Eldan technology and a clutch of scavenging marauders taking everything of worth. The resulting scuffle ended as the marauders' ships exploded and the shockwave disrupted an old cloaking device, revealing an advanced ship nested in the crater where the focus once was. Upon boarding the vessel, the heroes were taken to a massive floating space station, Omicron's Keep. Omicron was not interested in entertaining casual visitors, however. The heroes persevered through a fiendish series of puzzles, meant to test their intelligence and logical aptitude before, at last, they were allowed to enter the Beholder's sanctum. There, the looming visage of Omicron explained that it was indeed possible to separate Drusera from the entity. But in order to do so, he required pure-form primal essences. As the primeval of logic, he would provide his own essence, but the other 5 must be gathered and returned to him in order to create a device that could free Drusera from her ties to the entity. Committed to their path, the heroes set out to confront the primevals. Collecting the pure form essences. With the pure form primal essence of logic already in hand, it was time to seek out the remaining foci. Heroes delved deep into the Shatterstone Chasm to find the lost focus of Earth and confront Kuran. Deeper still, close to the molten core of Nexus, they uncovered Malferris near the focus of Fire, and cut a deal with her, acquiring a pure Exonite gem known as the Meridian Heart in exchange for the pure form primal essence they required. From there they traveled high above the plains of Galeras to the roost of Osirik. There the Stormlord looked on as they dueled Kesla Greyfeather, brood mother of the Brides of Osirik. Despite her mastery of air with the aid of Stormcaller, a mighty staff, she was defeated in combat, and the pure form primal essence of air from that staff was granted to the heroes as just reward. Since Hydris had been long missing, the heroes then searched the depths of the ocean near the focus of water, discovering a secret Ictian scientific facility, Cortex Station Genesis. The megalomaniacal Admiral Jellic Ironscale had already been hard at work, utilizing the pure form primal water to amplify Ictian genetic modification through dangerous scientific experiments. The Admiral became the latest subject for this new technology, transforming him into a cybernetic abomination. Only through struggling against and overcoming this horror were the heroes able to acquire the remaining pure form primal water for their own use. Their final journey took them deep within the jungles of Wildstar to the shores of the Everpool. They sought Vitara, primeval of life, but found their path blocked by a formidable foe, Tressain Toria herself, the blade mother of the Taurine Sisterhood and sworn guardian of Vitara. Under the primeval's watchful gaze, the heroes challenged the immortal Sword Maiden, fighting long into the night until at last Vitara's champion knelt in defeat. The pure form primal life was theirs. Their task complete, the heroes returned to Omicron's Keep. There remained one more piece of the puzzle before the device to free Drusera could be completed, the protoplasmic resonator. Omicron informed the heroes it remained in the fusion chamber, the place where Drusera was created more than 1,000 years ago. Given that the creation of Drusera resulted in the destruction of the moon Halon, the remains of the facility lay on a remote asteroid within Halon Ring. Through careful excavation and clever bypassing of ancient traps and haywire security, the heroes recovered the resonator and returned it to Omicron. Before their eyes, the primeval of logic used the 6 essences to re-engineer the device into a protoplasmic disruptor, the one device that could separate Drusera from the entity. Trials of the Beholder. Before releasing the disruptor, Omicron had one last demand: that the heroes pass a series of trials in order to confirm that they were ready to face the power of the entity. These trials, created by the Beholder itself, took place in an advanced holographic chamber, where the heroes were forced to defeat hard-light holographic constructs of some of the most powerful creatures on Nexus, and culminating in a final battle with a construct of Omicron himself. The stakes of these trials were life and death. Against all odds, the heroes survived the battle with the primeval of logic. Satisfied with the outcome, Omicron handed them the primal disruptor. The Light Spire Assault. The heroes knew exactly where to find Drusera's physical form, the Light Spire, located deep within Grimvault. Prepared for the greatest battle of their lives, they shattered Drusera's amber-like prison and released her and the entity into the world. The entity seized control of Drusera immediately. Recognizing the origins of the device in the heroes' hands, it focused its nigh unlimited power on the group, bent on their destruction. Only through distractions and sacrifices were they able to activate the protoplasmic disruptor. In an explosion of light, the entity scattered into nothing. Drusera was free from the entity at long last. The universe was saved from the threat of darkness and destruction at the hands of the entity. Drusera, for the first time, was free of its corrupting influence. Turning to her friends, she smiled mysteriously, snapped her fingers, and was gone. Epilogue. In the dark depths of Starcom Station, a console flared to life. The caretaker appeared nanoseconds later, wondering why this particular console had activated when the station had been under deep security lockdown for more than a year. Confirming that he was indeed alone, the virtual construct, now fully functional, thank you very much, peered over and read the data that the screen was displaying. Finishing, he paused momentarily. And then, despite the action being completely unnecessary given his almost limitless computational power, he read it one more time, just to be sure.
Message to Archon. Message from Aureus/Opticon Council/High Command. Data from Elder Cube received. Progress impressive. Sending Eldan Armada to collect Genesis Prime weapon for analysis. Expect Armada to arrive on Nexus momentarily.
Oh my, said the caretaker.